Hi, everyone. Jennifer from The Profitable Agent joining you here, certified profit first professional and financial coach for real estate professionals like you. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest money leaks I see in realtors businesses, a leak that usually costs agents around $1,000 every single month without them even knowing. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So what is this mystery leak? It's what I call unintentional money management, unintentional money management. So what that means is that you're working hard, the money's coming in, but nothing is telling that money where it actually should go. So this shows up in really surprising and really common ways. So everything goes in one account, whether that's a personal checking account or a business prec account. Maybe if you have an incorporated business, bills get paid as they show up. And while CRA, that's for future you to think about, and that's your problem down the road, not today. You transfer money to yourself whenever you need. You sort of hope you're profitable, and at tax time, it just becomes one big, super unpleasant surprise. And maybe you choose to avoid tax time. Maybe you're 2 or 3 years behind on your tax filings because you know that you're just not ready to stare that amount in the face. If that sounds familiar, please know that you are definitely not alone. We work with clients all the time that avoid CRA and avoid paying, their personal tax debt, their corporate tax debt, their HST, whatever have you. You are not alone in that regard. I can promise you there. So here's why the leaks cost you so much money. When there's no structure, your expenses expand really quietly. Most agents overspend by at least 15 to 20% without honestly even realizing it. For many of you, that's roughly $1,000 a month disappearing into random subscriptions, apps you forgot about, marketing that you're not even tracking, last minute rush purchases, bank fees and interest, and impulse spending that feels necessary in the moment. And none of this happens because you're bad with money. It happens because your system is built to leak. I'm going to say that one more time. None of this happens because you are bad with money. It happens because your system is built to leak. I really want to get that point just really hitting home there for you guys. So let's talk about the fix. The solution is actually really simple. Your money needs structure and it needs purpose. It needs to be told where to go. That's what Profit First does so beautifully. It uses multiple bank accounts, and each one has a job. You have one for income, one for profit, one for owner's pay, one for taxes, and one for operating expenses. I have 13 bank accounts just for my bookkeeping business alone, let alone my coaching business, let alone for my rental properties, and let alone in my personal life. So that just shows you how, with the power and intention of bank accounts, you can really help your money go further. And you guys know, I was $20,000 in debt a couple years ago. I literally would throw money at my credit card all the time, and I would forget to pay my staff, or I'd forget to pay myself, or I'd forget to pay CRA. And so I'd pay off my credit card, but then I'd have to borrow against it again, or I'd have to take from a line of credit and borrow on a line of credit. We want to help you get out of that vicious cycle, and Profit First is definitely the way through that. So when money comes in, you allocate it across those 5 essential bank accounts. Or if you're like me, you go for 13 right away. There's no complicated spreadsheets, no guesswork, just clarity. So instead of having all your money sitting in one account where you think, oh, great, I can buy a whole bunch of stuff today and I can go out and do this and that. And, oh, shoot, next week you forget that your HST is due. And so that money in your account is quickly gone. So once you move it around, it's really cool to see how much further it can go. So I'm actually going to share with you guys a real world example. I had a client last year who said to me, I know I'm making money, but I don't feel like I'm making money. This was an agent here in Ontario. She was earning around $350,000 a year. And she didn't understand where her money was going. She's like, my financial statements say I'm making money, but I don't see that in the bank account. Does that sound like you? Are you seeing something on your P&L from your bookkeeper? Are you seeing something somewhere that says you should be making money, but when you look at your bank account, it does not reflect what those statements say? Well, just like my client, we help her set up her Profit First account. She started with 7 accounts. We added additional accounts for HST as well as some personal savings as well. And thankfully, within 60 days, without changing anything in her business other than implementing those bank accounts, she had $4,800 sitting safely in her tax and in her profit accounts. Why? Because she was able to stop the leak. She finally had a system. Let me know in the comments. Do you have more than one business bank account? Are you still using a personal bank account? Is everything going into one? Is your commission and your mortgage in the same account? If so, even if you're a sole proprietor, I want to hear from you. I'd love to challenge your mindset on why we think that it's so important to separate those 2 items, along with all of your business expenses as well. So here's what I want you to take away from today. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will go wherever it wants. And that's how realtors leak thousands of dollars without even noticing. If you want help figuring this out, or you want to walk through your numbers, just message me, drop a comment, and I'll definitely point you in the right direction. Thank you for joining me live. I hope this helps you plug your leak and helps you keep more of your money that you truly work so hard for. See you next week.